Hello, everyone. I'm John Berman.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate Baldwin. We are starting with breaking news right now. A major announcement coming from Ford Motors. Plans to create hundreds of jobs in the United States that the company says would have otherwise moved to Mexico. Ford saying, though, that this was not a deal that they struck with President-elect Donald Trump.
But today's announcement comes just hours after the president-elect threatened Ford's competitor, General Motors, on Twitter. The president-elect said General Motors is sending Mexican-made model of Chevy Cruze to U.S. car dealers tax-free across border. Make in USA or pay big border tax. CNN's Poppy Harlow sat down with Ford CEO Mark Fields just moments ago. This was his first interview since Ford made this announcement. Poppy, what can you tell us?
Hi, guys. Good morning. The employees behind me here at this plant are literally just about to learn the news as we're bringing it to you. They didn't know about this announcement. This is a huge $1.6 billion plant that was set to be built in Mexico. It is something that, as you know, the president-elect has attacked Ford on repeatedly for this, at one point even saying, not factually, that Ford was firing all of their U.S. workers. So Ford today is announcing they are canceling that plant completely. Instead, here at the Flat Rock plant in Michigan, they're going to create 700 jobs, invest $700 million. But this comes in an unprecedented move with an American president seeming to dictate to companies what they should and shouldn't do. Is that the case? And how does he address concerns about crony capitalism in the midst of all of it? We sat down with Mark Fields and asked him point blank.
What we're going to do today is we're going to confirm 7 of the 13 electrified vehicles that we committed to back a year or two ago in terms of investing $4.5 billion into developing those type of products. And the reason we're doing this here is because our view is electrification is going to grow. We want to be a leader there. We're investing in the products. And at the same time, we're investing here in the U.S. to build some of our most advanced products, both our fully electrified SUV that we're talking about today and our fully autonomous vehicle.
President-elect Trump has attacked Ford many, many times in his rallies and on Twitter. He even once said that you were firing all of your employees in the United States, which is not true. Are you canceling the plans to build this huge plant in Mexico because of the president-elect?
Well, when we make decisions like this as a company, we look at, first we do what's right for our business. This makes sense for our business. And we look at all factors, including what we view as a more positive U.S. manufacturing business environment under President-elect Trump. And it's literally a vote of confidence around some of the pro-growth policies that he has been outlining. And that's why we're making this decision to invest here in the U.S. and in our plant here in Michigan.
What policies specifically? Because I know you've spoken with the president-elect about this decision today. Did he make promises to Ford, things that he will do that will make it beneficial to your business to stay here and cancel that Mexico plant?
Well, this business decision was done independently, but we did speak to the president and the president-elect and the vice president-elect this morning. And this is really around making sure that as we make these decisions, that it's first right for our business. What
did the president-elect say to you this morning? You called him along with Bill Ford?
Well, I talked to the vice president-elect this morning. He was very happy about the news and that we were making the investments here in America, not only good for Ford, but good for the U.S. and the American workers. Did not get a chance to talk to President-elect Trump. Bill Ford did that. He reiterated the same things.
Did he say he's going to stop with the tweets and the attacks against Ford?
Well, I don't think we got into that level. He was just very appreciative for the announcements that we're making, not only just here in the U.S., but the announcement that we're making to reinvest in our business around these 7 electrified products to show that we're a leader in this area.
This is a trend we've seen. The president-elect calls out Carrier. He gets jobs to stay here. He calls out Boeing. He gets a cheaper Air Force One. He calls out Lockheed Martin, and they say, we're going to work with you. There is a concern among some, Mark, that this is, in essence, a form of crony capitalism that is dangerous to American democracy, that the president can cut deals with companies, and then they expect favors from the administration in return.
Well, first off, we did didn't cut a deal with the president-elect. We did what's right for our business, first and foremost. That's what drives us in every business decision that we make. But we look at a lot of factors, Poppy, and one of the factors that we see is, again, this more positive U.S. Environment for manufacturing and investment here, and we take that into account in our investment decisions very clearly. And this is the same for any other country around the world.
Last year, Bill Ford, the chairman of this company, called Trump's rhetoric on Ford infuriating, saying Ford is everything that is right with this country, noted that you didn't get a bailout on a number of levels, and that you've created these 28,000 jobs over 5 years. At this point in time, and you also said to me, Mark, it's really unfortunate when politics get in the way of facts. When the president-elect said you were firing everyone in the United States, that was not based in fact. When he said that you were keeping a plant in Kentucky and not moving it to Mexico because of him, that was not based in fact. You've now spoken, the two of you, with the president-elect. Are you confident that what he says about Ford going forward will be based in fact?
Well, I'm confident that we are presenting the facts to the president-elect. It's up to the president-elect to determine how he wants to talk about that. It's our responsibility as a company to lay those facts out very clearly, and also to understand the rationale behind these business decisions, and also to make the point again that we are a global multinational company, but our home is here in the United States, and it's really important we're strong here in the U.S., and we stress that.
You still have a pair of $2.5 billion plants in Mexico that have been built and are currently being finished. Those aren't going away.
Well, we've been in Mexico for over 90 years. And overall, what we're announcing today is we're taking the investment that we were going to make in that new plant, and which was a $1.6 billion investment that we were going to make, and we're moving some of that investment here to Michigan, and overall we're saving capital expenditures as a company based on what we see as the market going forward.
Okay, so a number of questions, guys. Is this the first of many to come? Will we see this as a trend? Will Ford open many more U.S. plants? I don't know, and he doesn't know either. This is one move. We'll see what it actually means. Another big question that everyone has, I think, this morning is there a connection between this Trump tweet about General Motors condemning them for building these cars in Mexico and Ford calling the president-elect and saying this morning we are canceling the Mexico plant and bringing some of those jobs up here to the United States? I am told from the CEO of Ford there is no connection. He said Trump tweeted that about General Motors before he called the president-elect and the vice president-elect. John and Kate?
Fascinating how this is all playing out right now in real time. Poppy, great interview. Thank you so much for bringing that to us. A lot to discuss now with this big